Yasas. This is a little story that I wrote on the 13th of March, 2013, and it's called The Woman Who Weaves Sweaters. When they were young and newly married, he told her of how he loved handmade things and how his mother used to make him sweaters. She didn't know how to sew or weave, but she promised that she would learn so that she could make him one. Then he went away and never came back. They never found his body. Time passed, and the woman learned how to sew and weave. Since then, she has made all sorts of things: sweaters, hats, gloves, pants, and now a great tapestry of life, depicting things as they were in the past. She lives alone in a one-room shack. All the people call her Crazy Granny, for her husband disappeared 40 years ago. And still she weaves, on and on, into the night, into the cold, into the silence. "Why do you weave, grandmother?" asks a child, who has not yet been tainted by the hate and sarcasm of the adults. She takes him into her arms for a moment, a tear in her eye. "I weave because it keeps me alive. Some people call me mad. They say my husband will never come home, and after all this time, it might be true. Yet I never know. Sometimes I hear steps passing my house, and I think it could be him. Sometimes I see a man on the street, and I call out his name, and then realize that I was mistaken. But if you give up hope, dear child, you will never have anything. And what will he have if he comes home and finds me a cold corpse in a grave? I don't know where he's been, and until I see his body with my own eyes, or see his spirit once my time has come, I will continue to weave this tapestry and these sweaters. But take one now, for you are cold, and you should not go home empty-handed." On that day, she began to give the clothing to those who needed it, the sick, the hungry, the poor. Her husband would have liked it that way. And so, through her work, he lives. Whether or not he is still alive, no one can truly say. Perhaps the people are right, and she is just an old fool who will die in an old shack. But perhaps, just perhaps, the steps that she now hears, coming to her door, and the hand that is knocking on it now, belong to the man for whom she has waited all these years. And when she opens the door to him, while she may not be able to give him a large meal or soft